Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to talk about and review this crossover, this CW DC crossover where we saw Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. They all converged together, and I'll be honest, last year's big crossover with all of these characters, for the first time, a lot of them disappointed me. I wasn't into it. I'm one of the few people who didn't like it. Everybody else loved it. I was disappointed. This year, I loved it. I did. I had so much fun with this. I think the story was better, the interactions was better, the humor was better, the effects were better, like everything just was better. Let's start with last night, part 1, where we get an opening montage of all of our heroes doing what they do best. You see the Flash fighting King Shark, which even though the CGI was a little choppy there, and there was other moments throughout this whole thing where the CGI was a little wonky and a little iffy, still, you have to respect the fact that on their TV budget, they go for it. You're going to see the Flash fight this big, huge King Shark character. Of course, Iris is talking to him about the wedding invitations. Is that the best time to bring up wedding invitations? Oliver, out of retirement, because he initially retired, and Diggle has been Green Arrow for a few weeks, and I have actually loved that. I've enjoyed seeing Diggle try to do this, take upon this character, and of course, the way Oliver came back, I thought was a little rushed and kind of forced, and then I realized, well, they had to do that for the crossover, because you know, either next week or the following episode, you're going to see Diggle back in the costume, and it's a little disservice to Diggle and the actor. Like, you became Green Arrow. You technically should have been in this crossover as Green Arrow, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep Oliver Queen. I get it. It makes sense. See, the Legends go back, and Supergirl got her invitations. I'm wondering, how the hell did they get their invitations? How did the Legends, who were in like 1848 or whatever the hell they were, they got their invitations? Supergirl, who's on a different Earth, she got her invitations in the mail, I guess. Or maybe a portal opened up and a hand came out and dropped the invitation there and went back out, and there you go. Oliver proposes to Felicity, and she turns him down. And not only does she turn him down, but she does it in a rude and loud way for everyone else to look over and notice. What just happened? He just got denied? What? She said no? And everybody's talking now, and it completely embarrasses Oliver Queen. He's still nice enough to go up to her like the next day or whatever it is and try to talk to her about it. I would have said, F you, Felicity. I hated Felicity in this moment. I did. Like, as much as I disliked her in season 4, and then these two had to break up for me to come around on her for a little bit. Now they're back together, and I was a little worried, and then this moment was like, great, we're back to annoying Felicity. You can't have these two characters date without me hating her. She's lucky he even wanted to marry her. Alex is a character that I usually like. I do, but honestly, all of this back and forth with her and Maggie has been a little, not annoying, but she's come off a little whiny. She has, and I get it. She was supposed to marry this girl, and then they broke up, so she's still upset over that. And you know what? I love the fact that she slept with Sarah. She had a one-night stand, and that's that's great. But her being so awkward about it, but it made me think about Maggie, and oh, I've never had a one-night stand before. This is so not like me, blah blah blah. And Kara has to pretend like she gives a crap about this when you have this invasion going on with a bunch of Nazis coming in and killing people, and you're worried about this drama stuff between her whining, between Felicity whining, and between Jax whining to Stein about, oh, you're leaving us for your own family. What about me? You're like a father figure to me. It's just like, don't be an a-hole about it. Talk to each other like mature people. Don't whine so much when you have this big, huge crisis and tragedy and an event going on. Not the time, people. Iris and Barry, they're about to have the wedding, and it gets interrupted. This huge, big fight happens, and it was awesome. It was awesome. All of my nitpicks over the whining and the soap opera stuff, it completely is forgiven when you get some great fighting and great action like this. Seeing Sarah and Alex back to back beating Nazis up was awesome. The doppelgangers of Oliver and Supergirl, they're married on Earth X, and they're villains, and you see that they're Nazis. It's on that world, Hitler wins the war and takes over, and they didn't go too hard into the whole Nazi thing, which is understandable. Wasn't it weird that they were wearing the mask that they were wearing? It's like, well, you could actually use this to your advantage, guys, by not wearing the mask and then exposing them or doing evil things, pretending to be them. You could really ruin their reputations here, but that would have convoluted, I'm sure, the main stories going on, and they didn't want to do that. Harrison Wells, not the real Wells, actually, Earbot Thawne is back, and he's not just like the doppelganger version. No, this is the original Earbot from season 1 from our Earth, and he was just wearing Wells' face, I guess. But that was kind of cool that he just keeps coming back. It's sort of weird. Like, every time he's supposed to die, every time he gets wiped from existence of the timeline, he comes back somehow, some way. The show didn't even bother explaining how he's back here, but that's fine. Their version of Prometheus, and you're expecting Adrian Chase, but no, it's Tommy Merlin. And that was awesome. They brought the actor back. I thought it was a huge missed opportunity that they just killed him off, but apparently the actor is on another TV show. His schedule is a little crazy. So it's like, well, if that's the case, at least they brought him back for this one scene, one very powerful scene. The one shot where all of the superheroes are in the hallway, and at first they get ready. Supergirl with the shirt, Oliver putting the stuff on, Flash and all, and then them walking together in the hallway in slow motion was so awesome. They get captured, they get brought to Earth X, and you see the craziness going on there. Captain Cold, the good version of Captain Cold. I like that because if you think about Crisis on Infinite Earths and how the heroes are the villains on the other Earth, but the villains are the heroes on that Earth. You have a good guy Joker, a good guy Lex. So to see a good guy Captain Cold made sense, and I always enjoy them bringing that actor back. Seeing him interact with Rory is always good. And Rory, I want to talk about him. He was so damn funny throughout these episodes. He consistently made me laugh. I remember last year them trying to make Cisco funny, and them trying to do like Felicity and all of them making these really forced jokes, and a lot of it fell flat for me. But Rory consistently made me laugh. The Red Tornado coming back, a good version of him, was awesome because when he showed up in Supergirl in season 1 and he was evil, it was a little disappointing. You wanted to see him be a good guy. You wanted to see him be a part of the team. And sure, it was very quick, but still, we got it. And let's talk about it. Professor Stein, he gets shot, and it looked really rough, and I was trying to think, no, because obviously I've heard that the actor is leaving the show, was leaving the show because he has another commitment. He's going to go do that. But I figured they would have written him off where his daughter's about to give birth, so he's going to leave the team to be a part of the family. That was a nice ending in my head, and I was hoping we were going to build to that. He was developing the serum to let Jax be Firestorm on his own, so I was hoping we were going to build to that. But then he gets shot again as he's trying to pull the lever, and I'm like, oh no. And they unite. He's trying to keep him alive, and the show is almost teasing you, thinking maybe they can save him, maybe he can pull it off, and it's like, no, he dies. And man, I got so emotional during this, and I don't even really know why. I can't explain to you verbally why I got so emotional. Like, I was crying watching Stein die and watching Jax be so upset, having, like, just because he's choosing this. It was something to the effect of knowing that his daughter's about to have a baby and he wanted to be there for her, but he can't. And he's choosing to die for Jax to live. He's making this choice, even talking about it right now, like it's getting me there. For some reason, I just like tears coming down my face. The end battle where you had all of your heroes lined up like that, go up against those Nazis in the streets. Look, I just made huge complaints last year where the heroes were fighting the aliens in the city on the rooftop, and just how bad it looked CGI wise and how fake it looked because they're in the middle of the city and there's no people around, no civilians, no army, no military, just nothing going on. It's deserted, although it's in the middle of the city. It looked really cheap and lame. This one, though, you actually saw people running in the background and chaos going on. So again, it's still not Avengers or even Justice League size and scope, but it didn't have to be. You just have to make them in this small street corner and have actually people running around and it looking like chaos, even as much as you can. And it sold me on that, and I enjoyed that. The one moment where Supergirl goes up to the evil Supergirl and says, "General, would you like to take this outside?" Superman 2, anyone? Christopher Reeves, that was great. I loved it. Reverse Flash chasing each other throughout the whole city. I never get sick of that. Like, that's why you can't kill Reverse Flash. You need to keep him around to always have him and Barry's arch rival constantly going at it. Although it was a little silly that like Barry just let him go. There could have been a better way where he could have escaped. That was a little rough. The very last shot of Barry and Iris finally getting married, and Diggle married them, which was good because at least Diggle got to do something. Sure, it should have been more, but it was something. And then I don't know how much I love the fact that Felicity back and forth, can't make up her mind. Now she wants to get married. Not only that, she literally takes this moment from Barry and Iris and goes, "Hey, Oliver, let's get married right now because I'm so bipolar and spontaneous. I'm going to make this huge life decision right now, and I'm going to just copy them and be like them and take their idea from them." So sure, yeah, it was kind of nice to have them both get married at the same time, but at the same time, it's like, could we not have let Barry and Iris have this moment? Fine, either way though, both of our stories, both of our sets of characters are married. This crossover was great. It was. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I had my complaints here and there. You've heard them, but still so much else. All of this good outweighed any negative things. Like, I can't say enough great things about this crossover. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this crossover? Did you like it as much as I did? Do you understand my little nitpicky things? Or did you not like it at all? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!